Tonight, how's it going, everyone? It's the Flying Pig here. Oh, look at my shocking hair on Flying Pig United with a little reaction video for you. It's breaking news. It's being reported on sports that Manchester United have reached an official agreement with Leicester City for the transfer of Harry Maguire to United from Leicester for £80 million. Oh, mangasm! It has been a long time coming, this one. Hopefully, we can get this over the line now. That means now that Harry Maguire is able to speak to United in terms of discussing personal terms, and obviously pending a medical, crossing the T's, dotting the I's. Hopefully soon, Harry Maguire will be a Manchester United player. Come on, my son, get in there. How are we all doing today? Hope you're good. Just wanted to make a quick video jump on. I haven't got too long, but just to talk about the breaking news. Obviously, it is huge news. We've been talking about trying to sign this guy for about a year, man. And finally, it looks like we're going to get old Slabhead himself at United, which I'm really excited about because he is a very good player that Manchester United have been needing for a while. This sort of player United have been crying out for. We're talking about somebody who's a leader. He's got Premier League experience. He's very comfortable, very good at defending set pieces. Just a big, large unit. He's also adept at playing the ball out from the back. He's a good ball-playing defender. So he's somebody that could suit Manchester United down to the ground, because the last thing we wanted was to start the season with Lindelof and Jones, or Lindelof and Smalling, or lo and behold, Smalling and Jones as the centre-back pairing going into the start of the season. That would have been an absolute calamity, because we've been knowing for so long that is Manchester United's biggest key problem area. I've been quite impressed with Lindelof lately. Even last season, he was one of the better performers in the United side. And of course, in pre-season, he has looked very good indeed as well. So I think partnered with Harry Maguire, you've got two very comfortable defenders on the ball and also just generally good defenders. So I think that is going to really help us. You add that to Wan-Bissaka, who looks like the immovable object, somebody who cannot be passed. And then we've got Luke Shaw on the other side, he's decent, but still that back line is so much better than it was last year. So I'm over the moon about it. It's a long time coming. It's somebody we know we all needed for ages. Get in there, you beauty. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on it. Obviously, it's not done yet. It could still fall to absolute pieces. Wouldn't surprise me with the way that this whole pursuit of Harry Maguire has gone. But the way it's looking like we've agreed that £80 million fee, which I think, let's talk about the fee for a while, because I think that is a fair fee. That he's not really an £80 million player. He's not a world record defender, in my opinion. Virgil van Dijk is probably the best defender in the league. He went for 75 million last year. Is he a better player than him? Not really, no. But he's not far off. He is a good player. He has got great Premier League pedigree. He's a great leader. That is one of the most important things for United, is getting some leaders in the team. But £80 million, it's probably about 20 million more than he's actually worth, even in this current transfer market. But sometimes you've got to pay that little extra premium to get your man, to get the man that we so desperately know that we need. And he is most definitely that. He's somebody that will improve us. He's somebody that we, would have been after for a long, long time. Oh, get in there. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments section. Thanks so much to everybody who's stopping by on the live stream right now. Do us a favor. Smash a cheeky little like on this video. Get your thoughts and comments in below. Oh, I just hope that it gets done very, very soon. He's not going to be here, obviously, before the season starts. We're not going to see him feature against AC Milan or anything. So it's going to be the game against Chelsea. Will he be thrown right in there? It's a shame that our board were not able to make the movements a little bit more early on in the transfer window and get him in there. So Ole Gunnar's got the time to work with him, bed him into the team, gel him in with his teammates. All that sort of stuff is quite important. We won't have that. But fortunately for us, he is got that Premier League experience, so hopefully he'll just be able to come in there and slot right in. It's a damn sight better than the shite that we had before anyway, isn't it? Come on, who would you want to see in Manchester United's defence at the start of the season against Chelsea? Jones? No. Smalling? Absolutely not. So Maguire, he's definitely a good player. He's definitely a player that improves us overnight, which is what we needed, which is what we've been crying out for, because we were 32 points, whatever it was, off Liverpool and City last season. So just that alone is cause for concern. That is a reason to go out there and spend big and improve the side markedly. We could still go and do that a bit further more. I think if this Juventus, Dybala, Lukaku swap deal is ever to happen, then crikey, United are looking very, very decent indeed going into the start of the season. Bruno Fernandes would be nice to add to the ranks as well. Don't get me wrong, we do definitely need more creativity in midfield and more of a goal-scoring threat. I like the Dybala idea. He can play across that whole sort of front line, provide goals for the team, which was something we've also been lacking, and also provide assists for his teammates. That's the idea anyway with a player like him. Oh, so I'm very happy about the news anyway. Let's just hope it doesn't fall down and it does materialise. And soon Harry Maguire is stood next to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer holding the famous red shirt. That's my dream. I hope that it actually does happen. Oh, anyway, I'm absolutely over the moon about this one. It's an amazing signing. It's a great signing for us for all the reasons that I've talked about. And not only that, you've got a player who is 26 years of age. He's coming into the best period of his career, effectively, as a defender, as a footballer. So we've got him at the right time. His development has happened now. He's gone through from the lower leagues, the Sheffield Uniteds, the going to Leicester, and he has proved himself. He's earned his place as one of the best Premier League defenders. There's not many players in the league last season that put in a better show consistently throughout the season than Harry Maguire from a centre-back point of view. Yeah, sure, Virgil van Dijk, but name me a couple of other people that are head and shoulders above Maguire. I don't think there really is anybody. He's part of Gareth Southgate's plans for the foreseeable future. Next 5 or 6 years, he'll probably be England's top centre-back. So I think this is a really, truly great signing for the club. Homegrown player, proven Premier League experience. Improve us overnight. Bish, bash, bosh. Get in there, my son! Oh! Brilliant. Right, let's get into a few of your comments, guys. I won't be able to stick around too long, but let's read a whole bunch out here. Reece Proctor says, here we go, class player. Oh, yes! It's about time, isn't it? Yeah, Shane White says, about time now. On to Bruno and Dybala, like I was just talking about a moment ago. We've still got our work cut out for us in this window, in my opinion. If the transfer window slammed shut now, and I'd like it to slam shut on Ed Woodward's big potato head, but if it slammed shut now, then I think that Manchester United would be better off position than where we were last year, but still not good enough. We would stop the goals being conceded, but where are the players coming in that are really going to help us to attack, to help us score more goals, to help us keep hold of the ball better in the centre of the park? We haven't really improved those positions. We've lost Herrera, big important player for us, haven't replaced him yet. So I think that somebody like Bruno Fernandes would do that job fantastically. There's talk that apparently Manchester United are not even that interested in him, which I don't know why, based on what he did last season for Sporting. There's talk that Tottenham Hotspurs are in for Bruno Fernandes, and they're talking about trying to bring him in for a record fee. So that would be absolutely shit if that happened. If Spurs managed to beat us with Bruno Fernandes, I'd be absolutely gutted, because he is a very exciting player. Now, you can only improve however many positions in the side in one transfer window realistically. I think Manchester United, if we got Dybala and Maguire, Wan-Bissaka and Daniel James, that's actually a pretty decent window. If it shut now, though, and we didn't get either Dybala or Bruno Fernandes, I think it would still, you'd have to consider it as not the best window. It's not completely abysmal, but it's not like when David Moyes took over and all we got was Fellaini. It's not that abysmal, but it's right up there. Because, yeah, we've defensively improved the side, but there's still a lot of gaping holes within that team that haven't been addressed, and we do need to do that, absolutely. And if Lukaku's going and Dybala's coming, then, that would definitely help us out, wouldn't it? I think so anyway, just because Lukaku's a good player, he's not the right fit for us. Dybala hopefully would be more of that type of player. We've got a comment here from Champs for Show 1 who comments some good news, Pig. Come on, get in there, my son. Get in there, you beauty. Thank you very much for your comment there. 100%. It is good news. It's been a long time coming. We just need to get the deal done now, get it over the line. He's just going to fall over and break his foot on the way to on Manchester United, though. He's going to fall over and break his foot. That's what's going to happen. After all this rigmarole, after all these negotiations, after all this time that it's taken to get Harry Maguire, the deal agreed with Leicester City for 80 million. He's just going to fall, he's going to break his toe or something between now and then. Could you believe it? Oh, I've got to get my hair cut, lads and lasses, fully aware of that, yeah. Scruffulous Beast, how are you doing? Comments, finally, Rojo out, hopefully too, and we're on track. Yeah, we do have other players at the back there that should be on their way out now. One or two of them, definitely. The biggest candidates, I'd probably say, are, Rojo and Jones was probably more of a candidate than Smalling. Smalling could probably do a backup role for us. So, yeah, there's definitely some players that probably will be going on the way out now. They can't be sticking around when they've got all that competition for spaces. If you look at centre-backs that United have got in the squad, now obviously the two best ones, I'd say, would be Maguire, if we do sign him, and Lindelof. Those two probably be the main centre-back pairing, hopefully, that can do the business for us. I've got faith in Victor Lindelof. You know, when he first came in, I was very sceptical, very dubious. He didn't take to the Premier League or English football very well straight away, but over time, he's gained that experience, he's learned, and he's definitely developed into a really good defender. So I think he could partner Maguire very, very well. Harry Maguire's got a lot of good defensive qualities, which is definitely going to help United. Then we would have the likes of Jones and Smalling backing them up, with Eric Bailly backing them up, probably first choice substitute for me. But obviously he is injured all the time, so that's a big if. So it is important that we do have strength in depth there. We don't want to be left lacking in these positions, which is why I think Smalling perhaps still does have a job to do at the club, and Eric Bailly, and I guess Phil Jones as well. But the rest of them, Rojo, I actually probably prefer Rojo to Phil Jones, that's just my opinion. But out of Rojo and Jones, I agree with you, mate. It's time for somebody to move on. They're not going to get the game time. Ole Gunnar's going to have the chat with them to say, look, we've made the signing, we've got Harry Maguire in now. Your future's been in doubt for a while. Well, here it is. You're gone, lad. Put him on the transfer window, transfer market, hopefully get somebody gone before the end of the window. We have to do that. We've got too many players at the back there now, most of which are not good enough. Sarah Jansen comments, get in there, you absolute beauty. Champs for show, Rojo is a goner. Yeah, probably will be now. T3 Triple D says, good old Slabhead will do the business for us. Absolutely, thanks for your comment. I think it's a no-brainer. It's much better than what we had. Yes, it's a lot of money. World record fee for a defender. Are you having a bubble bath with a giraffe? Evidently you are, because we have spent that amount of money. It's insane. It's not right. It's more than he's worth, but we've got the man. Football's gone crazy these days. Look how much players go for. João Felix, young lad. 135 minutes right there, come Madrid, whatever. I mean, it's just crazy the amount of money there is in football now. So 80 million for Maguire, yeah, it's a bit of a kick in the balls, but it's not the craziest transfer fee we've ever, even United have ever paid on for a player at the time, because it's somebody that we need. It's somebody that we need, and we know we can just get, and it will improve us pretty much instantly. We've got a comment here from Big D. What a relief. Absolutely. It's been so long, hasn't it? So much stress, so much anguish. It's not over yet. Like I say, he's going to freaking injure that big toe, lads. T3 Triple D says, Pig, you should let your hair grow and not cut it until United win the league. Well, I'll be looking like Gandalf the Grey probably in about 5 years' time then, because I don't know, we are some considerable different distance off Liverpool and Manchester City. I'd like to think we'll be able to turn it around in the next few years, and I could have a haircut, but I don't think I could commit to that one, pal. I really don't. Comment from Bernaldine, get in there now, Woodward, spend that cash, United. Absolutely, we do need to do that. I was thinking the board were just not prepared to spend the money. They were keeping their pockets nice and tight, trying to leech a bit more money out of the club, and they were just waiting for this Lukaku-Dybala swap deal to try and appease the fans, which doesn't cost them very much at all. But actually, they have apparently reached an agreement now with Leicester City. It's being reported, so that is fantastic. Anthony Kaufman says, told you, Pig, he's worth what someone will pay, so he is worth 80 million. You make a very, very good point indeed. Is Neymar worth 196 million, which is what he went to PSG for from Barcelona? No. But I guess when you factor in everything, commercial, appeal and all that sort of stuff, I mean, it's just crazy. But to get your man, to get the player that you want, sometimes you do have to pay that premium for him. You know, we did it in the past with Rio Ferdinand, £32.5 million, whatever it was at the time, which is a comparable amount of money to what this Maguire deal was going in for. But he worked out to be very, very cheap over the course of his Manchester United career because he was such a beast player. Slabhead FC comments, Zedham Roller, absolutely. Well, mate, I don't think that's the case, is it? We still got some other good players, but he definitely improves us. Shout out to Connor Watt. Shout out to Griffo Chaz, who says we need Bruno ASAP. I'm scared we're not going to get him. Don't hold your breath on Bruno Fernandes. That's all I would say. You know, Maguire, there was a lot of speculation, negotiations, time. We knew something was going on there. Bruno Fernandes, all I'm hearing in reports that Manchester United apparently aren't interested in him. That's all I'm hearing, but I don't know why. I don't know why he wouldn't be one of our top targets. And I've just heard that Spurs have gone in for him, apparently. So that's the way it is at the moment. I don't think United will get Fernandes. Matt Lewis says, is the Fernandes to Spurs link maybe just a ruse to push the Lo Celso deal forward and Fernandes to us? Possibly, Matt Lewis. Very astute there, absolutely. Talk in the press, get a bit of news, and obviously maybe the club would be more likely to sell to you then, because obviously they don't want to miss out on the deal, which is potentially what's happened with this Leicester deal. They didn't want to lose out on 80 million quid. It's a great deal for them. It's a good deal for us, but it's a great deal for them. They've got 80 million for a 60 million pound player. They can reinvest that. It's a lot of money, and obviously the fans will be gutted to lose him, but that is a suitable amount to receive for a player like that. So they'll be very, very happy with that indeed. And, we were talking about maybe signing other players, Umtiti and people like this. Maybe that's just put out from the club into the rumour mill just to maybe get Leicester City thinking, are we going to lose out on potentially getting rid of Maguire for 80 mil? I suppose it was win-win for Leicester in the end, though. Right, guys, I'm going to have to wrap this one up now. I've got to get on. But thanks so much to everybody who's tuned in just briefly for this quick live stream. Wanted to talk to you about the news that's breaking about Manchester United reaching an agreement with Leicester City for the signing of Harry Maguire for £80 million. Obviously, it's pending a medical. It's pending personal terms being agreed between the player and the club. But the clubs have reached an agreement. Oh, yes, get in there. Harry Maguire, soon to be a Red. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section below. Thanks to everybody who's tuned into this live stream and commented. If I've not read out your comments, make sure you come back in a minute once this is finished and get your comments in the not live comment section, and I'll respond to them when I can. For now, smash a like on this video. Get your comments in about what you think in regards to Maguire signing for United, potentially anyway, hopefully. And I'll see you very, very soon. This has been the Pig on Flying Pig United. Take it easy. And come on, you booties, get in there. Harry Maguire. Oh, glory.